Michael Nagy here with Jiggy Jag TV, and today I'm here with Miss Whitney Morgan. How you doing today?
Hi, I'm good. How are you?
Good, good. I want to start off by saying you've been in the adult industry for a while now, and what do you like most about it?
I like the freedom to work for myself. I like the traveling for all of the conventions. I love chatting with fans and finding out about all their fetishes, their kinks, and why that it has become something for them as well. A lot of their background stories and hearing their experiences as well.
And with doing it for so long, how do you keep things fresh and interesting? Like, how do you keep it new?
I primarily shoot custom content, so therefore my fans kind of keep it a little bit more fresh and new for me for coming up with different stories and scenarios, etc.
And tell us about some of your fetishes.
I love having my feet worshipped. I love tickling. I love being tickled. What girl doesn't love ball busting? But that's a big blast for me personally. I am into voyeurism and exhibitionism. Those are a couple of the top ones to name a few.
So do you discover some new fetishes along the way from your fans?
As far as my own kinks, yeah, a lot of them really resonated with me once I started shooting them and then realized, wow, this is actually something I legitimately enjoy. Like, granted, tickling has been, obviously it's a very innocent fetish, but I mean, that's something you don't really know you sexualize until you're in a situation where it is being sexualized versus just playful, fun, tickling friends and whatnot. Same with foot worship, something that normally isn't very sexualized, I guess, in the public or vanilla eye, but once I started doing it for sexual purposes, it was kind of a light bulb went off because, oh my God, I actually really enjoy this, so.
And I want to ask, being a fetish model, did you start off with doing regular modeling first and then get into that?
Kind of, sort of. I started doing more fetish, alternative burlesque. It wasn't the typical like sequins and feathers. It was more, we wore like PVC and latex and did more BDSM acts on each other with ourselves and with the crowd as well versus the whole pasty, nipple tassels and all that kind of stuff. So I don't know if you really consider that traditional. And from there, I did a lot of like art modeling and glamour modeling, but I really started doing a lot of the fetish work within a year from doing burlesque because the one major clip company was actually starting off, and a lot of people who ran membership sites and did DVD releases. A lot of them were gearing towards that because it was a lot easier to do versus typical website programming and everything.
And now, how often do you shoot?
At minimum once a week. Although there are days where I have shot every single day of a week and maybe 3 weeks straight.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, this will be one of those weeks, except for the fact that we have potentially a Category 1 hurricane coming through, so that might take a day off just for that.
Well, stay safe.
Yeah.
And you also host a radio show. Tell us about that.
I started off doing Taboo Fetish Talk with model Sydney Screams in 2012. And a good friend of mine actually had terrestrial radio experience and intern experience, et cetera, with a local radio station here. And he wanted to do his own more adult-driven one called Demon Seed Radio. Over time, since we were local to each other, it just made more sense that the two of us team up and do a show together. He has since moved to LA, so we're East Coast, West Coast. So these shows are a little bit more sparse since it's harder to schedule, but we predominantly do interviews with adult stars, fans, those that teach everything about, sexual education, all the different conventions.
Awesome. Now, if people want to find you online on social media, look you up, how do they do that?
Everything is at MissWhitneyMorgan.com. My Twitter should always hopefully be there at Ms. Whitney Morgan. Instagram is currently Ms. Whitney Morgan 3.0, but we'll see how long that lasts.
And what do you have coming up in the future? You have some live events, conventions?
Was just at New Jersey Exotica. I love that one. I was planning on going to the DC one. Doesn't seem like I'm going to be able to schedule that, but I will be at AVN in Las Vegas, XBiz, which is in LA right after, and then there's X3, which is another adult convention in Los Angeles as well. All three are happening in January.
Awesome. Now, you've been in the whole adult industry for a while. Do you still have some fantasies and scenes you'd like to still play out?
I don't think there is anything I have not done in the last 19 years, and it will make it 20 years in January. I'm sure there are things deeply resonated in the back of my mind that I thought, well, that'd be hot. But I am very thankful to my fans, my fellow friends and coworkers in the industry that I have had the opportunity to explore just about everything that I have wanted to on film thus far.
Awesome. Well, it was great having you and talking with you, and everybody look her up.
Thanks.